What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. Today we're doing a discussion on the new Dormizone player housing, and how at this current time it feels completely useless. We're going to be going over the back room rank 5 area as well, and we'll be just talking about comparing the actual player housing in my viewpoint, dojos and the ship and all that, like the orbiter ship, and comparing, function-wise, why does a Dormazone even exist, honestly, is what the point of this video is. Before we get into it, make sure you're subbed to the channel and all that. Make sure you check out the live stream channel as well. We will be live later tonight. Also, I have an announcement. I bought a house today, so I will be getting a new house at the end of this month, and I'm extremely excited. We'll probably, so the echoey audio and all that I know is a thing, we're going to try to get rid of that, okay? So expect that potentially gone next month. So I really appreciate all the support, guys. It really, really means a lot. All right, but speaking of housing that is potentially not exactly what you want in life, we have the Dormizone, the newest plat sink, waste of time, however you want to refer to it as. It's on the Zariman ship. So let's start off with that. This new player housing is on the latest game tile set in that's possible. You need to beat every story quest, all the main ones, to get access to this. And then once you get here, then they want you to start getting attached to it. But here's the thing. It might look kind of cool, but you can't do anything in there. So I'm in my ship right now, and look what you can do in your ship. You can do everything in your ship. You can build things. I can build an energy pad or whatever, or any prime weapon that I have parts for. I can upgrade mods. I can look at mods. I can dissolve mods. I can roll ribbon mods while I'm in here, What else is there in here? I mean, everything you could possibly ask for. Upgrading your stuff, re-equipping different gear, blah, 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 helmet, chair, etc., etc. Board your railjack here. You even got your own personal quarters, living space back here with fish tanks, infested Roombas. You bought those when those were available. And, I mean, you even have a view of whatever planet you're on. So it's kind of dark over here, but you can kind of see the Zariman time portal, or whatever it is, over there as well. So we have a good amount of player housing situation in here, and it's very functionally good. We have lots of functionality here. Upgrade your operator back here, helmet over here if you've unlocked it, etc., etc. The list goes on. There's even a market in here to buy stuff, codex to check what enemies are weak to and all that if you scan them. So there's all that stuff, and you can actually just access all this stuff in your escape menu or your pause menu, wherever it is on controller. So all very functionally sound, very good. Let's go to the player, the dojo. I'll go to my dojo. It's a very bare bones dojo, but I'm just going to show you. I mean, you don't have access to all that stuff that we just did in the ship, but you have access to some things. You can upgrade mods. You can roll ribbons. I think you can change your equipment and gear too, and you can actually launch a mission from here as well. So as you see right here, equipment. Now you can't access the operator here, but you can change your gear. You can look at your mods to upgrade a mod. Maybe you're trying to sell someone a prime mod. And I mean, the fast travel, we don't really care. This isn't important. The labs here, but if you go to navigation, you can literally launch a mission from here. So let's take a look at what the Dormazone has available to it, and we'll start. We'll start with that, okay? So, what does this Dormazone have? Keeping in mind that I already have appropriate player housing in my dojo and in my actual ship. All right, so we've got a big empty space here. This is probably going to be gardening added in the future. That's my assumption. And then we go in here, and this is given to you after you beat the Zariman intro quest, so that's not too big of a deal. I mean, it exists. Why does it exist? Well, I'm not sure. And then back here, that room right there, you need to hit rank 5 with the Holdfast Syndicate. But that's not it. After you hit rank 5, you are given access to a rank up reward. But there is a special key that requires 100,000 additional rep after you hit rank 5. So we're looking at about, I'm going to just call it 200,000 rep to get access to this back room. Okay, so, and I mean, it's not like there's much else to buy with this rep anyway. Rank 5 gives you access to, I think buying Emergent Dissipate with rep, and then Cascadia Overcharge, or whatever other random arcane it is. So you have to go to Hombask after you hit rank 5, and then you need 100,000 reps all the way down here. You cannot choose this as a rank up reward. You get a pair of like 5,000 rep shoes. So you buy that. What do you get access to with that key after all this grinding? The most grinding that you can grind on the Zariman. Well, it is a mostly empty room with some 4 Warframe displays. Now, this is going to show your default loadout, so you can just switch to whatever you feel like. And then there's this. Now, this back display looks really cool. Wish you could go there, but this actually cost me platinum. Yes, this is a plat sync. You get to rank 5, give them 100,000 rep, and you get access to a new plat sync. So it starts out like this. No display. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It looks pretty sweet, like a void tear, whatever it's called. But these are 75 plat each for these little. I'll call it a PNG. It's not a JPEG. And I guess there's some movement in the background, so maybe it's a GIF or a GIF, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, 75 plat for each of these. But remember, in your Tenno personal or in your orbiter ship, you don't need to pay for the background. You don't need to pay for the skybox. Like, you're not buying a skybox in your ship. You're paying for a skybox here. And then additionally, there's like background ambient sounds you can pay for even more plat. So 75 plat each for these. It's not like you're required to buy them, but 300 plat total for all this stuff. And then 50 plat for each of these. You're looking at about like a couple hundred plat to like even get stuff that you want back here. And it's like, why? Like, what is my orbiter ship not able to accomplish this place can? And then we look at what we can do here. Well, you can upgrade mods and stuff like that, but it's still not a fully functional space. I'm not sure if you can even trade in here. You can upgrade mods, thankfully. You can change your equipment and gear, but you can actually do that in the Zariman like hub city as well, the Chrysalis. So yeah, you can't build stuff here. You can't even like set your account up to load into this area right when you log in. Now, I know they say they might be working on that, but it's just like, why? Why do we need this? Who feels attachment to this place that isn't unlocked until after you've beaten every story quest in the game? Even as a new player, if I was a new player, I'm playing through the story missions. Okay, I beat this quest, gonna go back to my ship. Oh man, the stalker attacked me on my ship. That is a very, important moment in the story for one of the quests. And, that's memorable. Nothing has happened back here. We are 9 years in, adding a new player space, or player housing space, that isn't even fully functional. We need a foundry in here. I need to be able to load in here immediately. You have access to all the chats, thankfully. But like I said, I don't know if you can even trade in here. There's not a trading post. It's just like, why even bother? Is it just because it's a plat sync and a waste of time? Now, my assumption is that this is a bit of a spoiler, but if you go over here as the drifter, not the operator, there's these like little ninja swords that appear here with some like sound effects. So there might, behind this door in the future, might be like the access point to Deviri. But right now, what is the point of this place? It's just it's just a plat and resource sink, I guess. Like, you can place decorations, of course, and maybe that will look cool to you. But this is so out of the way. I have to specifically click on this node to come here. It's not like it's not like immediately available. If I could log in here, that would be interesting. If I could build stuff here, that would be good. It just doesn't feel like it was necessary or worth it. I feel like not many people are like really like enthused about this new place just because we have everything we need already. This Dormazone could have honestly not even exist, and I don't think it would have changed anything. It really wouldn't have. It would have made them potentially have to make the Zariman Syndicate more interesting, because you think about how much of this rep sync is revolving around decorations. It's like they didn't even have to do much of the work of making this a fully functioning like gameplay update. It's got IKEA frame. There's IKEA Syndicate is like most of what you can spend rep on. Let's just take a quick look. So I'm going to fast forward to all the NPCs. So Quinn, this is the bounty guy. He gives you, there's nothing to spend rep on here. Just pick up bounties. That's a pretty good bounty right there. And then we got this guy over here, the Incarnon weapon guy. So he's got some stuff to spend rep on. Like, you can buy the Incarnon weapon blueprints. He has arcanes and all that stuff. So this is the main guy you can buy stuff from. But then the other two, it's like Arc Demon, whatever her name is. She has the most bare bones inventory ever. A Void Plume Vein ornament, a Void Plume Down ornament. And she gives you 35,000 Kuva per week, if you remember to turn that in. So she has nothing, besides she's the person you give rep to. And then the biggest vendor in the entire update is this person over here. Like, we just showed how many things those guys have. You know, like two lines of stuff. But then you look at this. Whoa. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff. Like, this is where the most effort in the update seems like it's gone. And it's like, we just went over how it's pretty much not a fully functioning player housing that probably could have just not existed. Or you could have kept this in. I'm buying decorations for my orbiter ship. You know, maybe make it where we can buy we could buy a kitchen for our orbiter. You could buy a restroom for your orbiter. Not a Zariman horse poster for 3,500 rep. Like, why is this even a thing? You know, is it to kill time till Daviri? That's my guess. Sentinel skin down here, didn't even notice that. But yeah, this is where the most of your stuff can come from. And there's also Void Shell skins and Captura scenes. So like this is the most what you could do in this update. The other stuff is like, you know, there's 3 Incarnon weapons. I think there will eventually be some more, like a shotgun and a dagger I heard rumors of. Also a Sirocco upgrade. But like what we have right now, it's not worth it. I don't think hitting rank 5 is worth it. I definitely don't think unlocking that back room is worth it. And yeah, just a bunch of not worth it at all. Thankfully, the arcane sets are, you know, pretty exciting, like the Emergence Dissipate we have a video on tomorrow. Eternal Eradicate, I've heard mixed things about it actually being good. It felt pretty good when I used it, but, you know, I didn't really DPS math it out. So that's basically my point of view on this, guys. You definitely should have been able to pick that back room R5 key when you got to level 5. That was like such baloney. Dude, you're going to really make me... I'm going to grind a rank 5 and get like a 5,000 rep pair of shoes as my rank up reward. Like, they intentionally made it so you couldn't pick the key at rank 5. It was just an insult. So, you know, I wasn't expecting a Void Hydra raid boss fight behind that door. But, you know, at the same time, it would have been cool. It's like, oh, you unlocked the back room. Now you have a foundry in your Dormazone. You have all these missing functionality. You know, maybe even they let you pick one of those Captura like background things for free. I don't know. Like there's so many things you could have done, but instead you did nothing. You gave me a pair of shoes for rank 5, and you made me pay for a skybox. Also, you know how immersion breaking it is, where it's like I go to this apparently ancient 10-0 apartment or whatever it's called, Zariman apartment. I go back here, and they're already why is the Dormizone ship asking me for plat? What's the lore implications of that? Oh, you see, like back in the day, they used plat as well, and you know, like, just give us plat, okay? Stop asking questions and give us plat. Like, why is this like plugged in to even be asking for plat in the first place? It makes no sense. It's way too clean back here. Asking for plat when you're back here is like immersion breaking and weird, and you know, I just don't get it. Let me know how you guys feel about this Dormizone back room and rank 5 in general. I really don't feel like it's worth it. Not like rank 5 has ever really been worth it. But, you know, I'm just interested in your guys' opinions on this. I feel like it's really not a popular feature. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. So let's go ahead and wait until they add this in. The destroyed whatever this is. That looks really cool. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Videos every day this week. Appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.